Hello everybody, and thank you for watching a quick tutorial on how to sing Lo How a Rose Ere Blooming. This version, written TTBB, or meaning tenor 1, tenor 2, bass 1, and bass 2, as you can see. If you're a part of the chanters, thank you for tuning in, and click on some of the videos below. I'll also email them to you of me singing each part separately, and then playing the piano and singing each part around it. Hopefully that helps you learn the notes. The reason why I want to do a tutorial like this is just to help us learn a little bit more outside of rehearsal, so when we all come together and sing, maybe we have a leg up and we're learning even more than we're learning in rehearsal. So if you've been with rehearsal the last couple weeks, we've sang this. It's one of our new ones we've started. Absolute favorite version of Lo How a Rose Ere Blooming. I've sang this, I've accompanied it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There's some tricky things, but together we'll overcome those. So the first thing I want to talk about was learning the notes. Those part tapes, if you so call them, or the YouTube videos, those are going to help you. But for the most part, we have our notes pretty well down. I'd say we're 85–90% there. There's a couple tricky things, mostly at the end, and I'll show you that in a second. If you're new and haven't seen this, what's neat about this version is, I'm going to make a little mark here, this first section here, all the way to the fermata. This is what I mean by fermata, a little bird's eye, which essentially means just stop. And this section here, the of Jesse's lineage, all the way to this fermata is the same notes, both verses. So where it gets a little bit tricky is we start something different here. And also what's really neat but a little bit difficult is, take for example tenor 1 up here. You're singing an F sharp, which is lower than our tenor 2s and lower than our bass 1s. You're singing the same note as our bass 2. So really the arrangement has voices switched up a little bit, which has a really neat effect, but can be a little bit tricky. So where do we go from here after we've learned our notes? Well, if I take you back to the beginning, our next step after learning the notes is going to be these dynamics. Now I always think of dynamics up here. Let's say we start mezzo piano, medium soft, we have a soft here. They're telling us to slow down, get louder, softer. Down here we're double P, pianissimo. Think of dynamic markings like that as road signs. As a director, I think of them as not always written in red ink, so to speak, but they're guides. If we want to, obviously we're not going to sing this thing fortissimo really, really loud. That'd be out of the character of the piece. But take, for example, our tenor 1 part at the top. A nice medium soft. Lo, how a rose ere blooming from tender stem hath sprung. That's an example of dynamics. Now, I started a little louder, I got a little softer here, and that's what a good arranger does. Look at the word blooming. Rose ere blooming. It's just how you would say it. The first syllable is emphasized, the second one is less so. So you would say the word blooming. A good arranger will put that to music. Blooming. And that's why you have that dynamic there. So it's subtle, but it takes a good choir and a good piece of music and makes it great. Same thing here with these crescendos and diminuendos. It tells a director that, hey, we can take a bit of leeway here. Let's look at the words. How are they written? Tender stem hath sprung. So yeah, those are indicators that help us put some magic to this. You can see that happens on this page here. Coming, just how we'd say it. You'll see those dynamic markers all throughout the piece, which tells me this is a really good arrangement. So after we've talked a little bit about dynamics, we typically go to phrasing, where we breathe, things like that. Those are good things to work in rehearsals. hopefully get some pencils for you all. We can start marking some things. And really the last thing I want to talk about is words. We've worked a lot on the first verse, not a lot on the second. So there's a few words I just wanted to make sure we were all in the same boat. When I'm looking at lineage here, that's a good example. Don't see lineage as a word a lot in music, but it's written, if we were singing tenor 1, of Jesse's lineage coming. So think of the word lineage. We don't say it lineage. The first syllable is that nice vowel, and then the second part is we kind of all put everything together like this. Of Jesse's lineage, lineage, lineage coming. That'll be extra important to talk about and something we'll work together as a group. The second word I want to talk about, I know we haven't, again, done a lot with the second verse. This word, it kind of looks like shoe, like you would wear on your feet. For our purposes, we're going to make it show. To show God's love aright. So that's all I had for us. Hopefully you watch our videos. Just a little quick tutorial here. Thank you for watching again. Comment if you like it, or if you don't, go ahead. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.